Hi, we're Jaime and Matt, and we spent 13 days or about 312 hours aboard Celebrity Edge out of Sydney on an epic New Zealand adventure. This is our cruise series from start to finish, from sea days filled with hidden spots from around the ship to the incredible ports and one of the most famous movie sets in the world. We covered it all. Along the way, we take on full Martini challenge, found some unforgettable food, and experienced everything this ship has to offer, and it all builds to one final moment, sailing back into the Sydney Harbour to where it unfortunately ends. This is our journey. Let's go. Good morning from Sydney, Australia. I am Matt. This is Matt's Moments, and this is Jaime. Look at this beautiful cruise ship behind us. Ooh-wee.
She's here! Finally!
We did wake up early to watch this beautiful thing come in. I took a glorious time lapse, and it was just stunning passing the Opera House. I've never been on Celebrity. Jaime has. Let her tell you how it was a little bit.
So I took the Mediterranean cruise with Beyond, and it was amazing. So I'm excited to check out the Edge.
And I'm wearing my Kiwi shirt. Kiwi is the New Zealand country's bird. Represent. Let's go to New Zealand, but first, let's go find coffee and breakfast, wander the port, get some good shots of the ship, and start off this embarkation day right.
Woo!
Let's go. A short walk from our hotel, we stumbled upon a delicious-looking breakfast restaurant that had a loft, warehouse ambiance, with what appeared to be a great menu, and they did not disappoint. Starting it off with a mimosa, and we shared like a breakfast sampler and a delicious pancake plate. My goodness, we were stuffed. Time to walk it off. And indeed, that's what we did. We walked around getting good views of the ship and walked all around Circular Quay, which is the iconic Sydney waterfront, which is a major tourist destination for these iconic landmarks, as you see here. The Edge ship was launched in 2018 as a groundbreaking class for Celebrity Cruises, creating their big class cruise ships, the XL and the Beyond, to name a couple more. The ship's length comes in at 1,004 feet.
Do you believe that is the length of 3 American football fields? And the height is 190 feet tall.
Which is about 20 stories. Wow, that's a lot of stairs. And if you're the stair taker, that's a lot of exercise instead of taking the elevator.
There are 1,467 cabins on board.
And if you need a balcony, 81% of those cabins are balconies with the new to the world infinite verandas, where it's just a sliding glass window that goes down instead of having the full balcony outward. The max capacity for the ship can be 3,373 roughly, and that's including rooms that utilize the 3rd and 4th bunks. Not always the case, then it's only about 2,900 passengers.
And the crew capacity is about 1,320.
Let's continue wandering around, get our last minute souvenirs, board the ship. Woo! Hell yeah!
Yay! We're almost there.
Woo! I couldn't go leaving Sydney without going up the pylons. The pylons are the nice feature on the bridge that makes it look prettier, that they decided to build back in the early 1900s when they built this bridge, because it added an aesthetically pleasing look to it to make it look like a stronger structure for the people. Up on the pylon too gives you great views on a beautiful day or a bad day of Sydney. The cost of admission for the pylon is $29.95 Aussie dollars, or about $19.50 in US. However, if you pay to do the bridge climb, in the 24-hour period you can do this for free. And that's exactly what I did. Is it worth it to you to climb over 200 steps for an amazing view? Well, I'm going to persuade you and show you why it's definitely worth it. Now that you climbed up 200 steps, which actually seemed to go fairly quick, now you can see the rest of the bridge, because that's the closest you can get to videoing from the top if you're doing the bridge climb. See, example like these people right here. They'll go up all the way on this side, cross over where the flags are, side, and that's called the summit climb. You go down, 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 and eventually take a ladder straight down. Right there. It goes underneath in between the trains. It's pretty awesome to have this place all to myself. Early bird gets the worm. So the cruise that we are taking is a 13-day cruise that goes to New Zealand, all around both islands and then some. We can't wait to show you everything to do with it. Now that I've horsed around enough up here, got some amazing shots, enjoyed the views for a few minutes, let's get back down there with Jaime, get checked out, and go see if we can get on the ship. Oh, and do make sure you check out the little museum and gift shop on the way back down. Great information, cool souvenirs. Dragging our luggage to a cafe, then the ship. Gotta kill at least 45 minutes. And that's exactly what we did. We found a hotel named Orient Hotel with the outdoor cafe. You order a few pints, enjoy yourself, people watch, and oh, check out my new hat. If you like one, check out my store. So the thing we haven't talked about is the concierge class, is the booking class we are in. I am very unfamiliar with this, so this is my first time trying this out. How about you, Jaime? Have you done this on the Beyond?
I know you get little extra perks. We have an early check-in. 12 o'clock is the earliest time you check in, and they provide us with a lunch. And I know you get a sparkling wine in your bedroom, complimentary.
That's a nice touch.
Yeah, you get little snacks here and there on your port days, so when you get back to your room, you get a little goodies.
And we'll showcase you anything and everything we can find and do and see. Just stay tuned. This will be a series because it's a 13-day cruise. Now the port is behind us. As you heard her say, we have an early check-in that is so new to me. I don't think I've ever boarded a ship before 2 o'clock p.m. So this 12 o'clock p.m. boarding is excellent. So let's go see how this process works and get some food in our bellies. We already got the beer. This passenger terminal is pretty solid. After a smooth process of dropping off our luggage with the porters, we then headed up the escalators to check in. First step of check-in process was easy. Now we'll go to passport control. If all this walking has built up a thirst, don't worry, they have drink stands available. Look at that magic carpet. Let's board this ship. I tell you, that was some of the easiest check-in and security, passport control, you name it. Piece of cake, as long as you got all your stuff dotted, T's crossed, you name it, should go easy for you too. Let's get on board and see what this lunch thing is. Concierge class lunch that we talked about is on deck 3 at the Tuscan restaurant. Let's board this ship, baby! How exciting. Boom. Officially stepped board on Celebrity. So you board on deck 5. First order of business, let's get the safety thing out of the way. On your app, you'll watch a safety video together, and then you'll report to your muster station and get scanned. Hello. And now simple enough. 7 short blasts and 1 long blast for the safety issues. Let's hope that never happens.
Because I always think, oops.
Lead the way, Jaime.
Your dandy card, you get them right here when you arrive. All right, here we go.
Let's get this sweet room
Here,
tour.
you can just go right on in there. Look at that view.
Make sure you check out our full room tour in the link in the description below, or the card you see above in the top of the screen. Oh, Opera House, how you doing? I like this slight overhang.
Ooh, I love it. Yeah.
But hey, we'll give you the room tour later. We're gonna go eat.
Yes.
Go check out this concierge lunch. This is unique. As you follow along on this journey, you will see unique artwork all around the ship. And here we are on deck 3 at the Tuscan restaurant. which I guess used to be an extra fee restaurant, but now is included in your main dining. This particular situation was lunch and a very abbreviated menu with some things to choose from. Pause it here, let me know what you choose. I definitely went outside my bubble and got the pate. It was so-so. Followed up with the beef cheeks, which were delicious, and I went with the dessert that I could not pronounce, yet it was delicious. After getting nice and full, we walked it off by taking a tour of the spa, where they show us all different kinds of interesting rooms for treatments. And for me, the barbershop seemed right up my alley, but still a little pricey for a haircut. And if you go up the stairs in the spa, you will reach the fitness center, which has one heck of a view, which is the front of the ship, and also sliding to the side where you can see the opera house. There's an extensive amount of cardio machines, and there are weights, in case you need both. As we made our way from the front of the ship to the back of the ship, we happened to look up, and there was a sky rider who was delivering a message. I wonder if she said yes. We are on our way to the Sunset Bar for a sail away and great views of Sydney. Let's go meet up with our friends.
It's time to go.
The Sunset Bar sits at the aft of the ship, and we got a good spot next to the flagpole, seeing that all the boats and employees were ready to go to untie us off. And then the Batmobile of pilot boats arrived. I feel like this thing was built for speed and hairpin turns. But as you can see, it was time to pull the ropes. I wonder how much those things weigh. The tugboat got connected so it could steady the back end. I learned something new, that every time a ship leaves port and comes back into port, the flag goes down and then back up. The flag represents the country that the ship is registered in. With the main attractions being the Sydney Harbour Bridge and the Opera House, there are a few other things to keep your eye out for, like this island here. It is Fort Denison. Believe it or not, it was once a place for prisoners before eventually becoming a military fort. Another thing that caught my eye were these two beautiful warships. Any of my audience watching, please let me know the name of them. Continuing on, you'll see Shark Island and its lighthouse. We went back to the room to enjoy the rest of our sail away. And here's something to note. The concierge class comes with a menu of items to let you know what all you get when you book this. For real, that was a gorgeous send-off backdrop of Sydney Harbour, the bridge, Opera House, downtown Sydney. And now we are definitely back in the room to unpack, unwind. Jaime got really far with unpacking.
Hey, I'm being productive and trying to find out how to work the remote from your phone. If you want to control your TV, your lights, your blackout curtain from your phone, go into the app, and down at the bottom here you're going to click on more. You're going to click on your stateroom, and this will bring up your television settings. And then when you go to room, you can also control the temperature of your room and your lights and your blinds.
As we start to leave Port Jackson, finally, the pilot boat is just now picking up the pilot, just as we pass these stunning cliffs that enter the Tasman Sea. So if you're looking for free charms throughout the cruise, every single day I think has them. Jaime on the last cruise got a bunch of cute charms she liked. Tonight on the menu is the good old buffet. Since we watched Sail Away, we didn't have time to go do the sit-down dinner. So dinner was really good. There wasn't much time to vlog it. Pretty simple night, raffles, food, and about to go see a comedian, finish off the night. As we walk up to the theater, which sits on decks 4 and 5, I hope you enjoyed day 1 of this awesome series ahead. A ship tour will be coming in the near future. Stay tuned. Definitely Pacific Ocean is rocking and rolling us.
Going all over the place tonight. You think you're drunk, but you're not.
No. Come back to the room, turn down servers. Let me show you something. The joke I always love saying. Would you like a mint on your pillow? There's a little chocolate for you. Tomorrow's itinerary. Good night. Good morning, beautiful sunrise. As we're out getting our steps in, enjoying this beautiful morning. Not. No, it's windy, nice sunrise. What's funny is this boat's rocking and rolling, and you can tell by the pool. The pool swaying back and forth the water. This track is 4.5 laps, gets you 1 mile. And it zigzags and weaves through all certain decks of the ship. It's kind of cool actually. Gives you some inclines, some declines, and some flat land. We got our 4.5 laps in. Let's go to Ocean View Cafe. Get some coffee. But feel that little burn. Your legs definitely burn a little from going up and down, and then the boat swaying. And the higher you are up on the boat, the more you feel that sway. So the breakfast stations, there's American, Asian, English, all kinds of stations, 2 different egg making stations. And this morning I kind of went with an English breakfast. Have a look. Got me a flat white. And I'm gonna try my hand at some black pudding this morning. Plenty of options to choose from. There's no way you go hungry. Let's get this day started. So 2 ways you can figure out what's going on for the day. On your app or in the paper in the room. Here, have a look. Just like the app, everything is in this little pamphlet. So it's gonna be a beautiful day at sea, dealing with some strong winds. It's creating waves and swells. There's low pressure near us. We're staying behind it though, that way it's not too rocky. But channel 1, you have views like this. Position course, knots, all that good stuff. I don't know about you, but how could you not like the window open all the time with the waves and the sound of the ocean? Get some freshness. I'm kind of digging the overhang because it blocks out a lot of the sun so it doesn't get too hot or bright in here. Something to note about the shower. Beautiful door, and that door shuts hard. But if you look, beautiful like marble flooring look, walls, got that step bar, but the way you turn it on is the right side. Temperatures on the left side for those unfamiliar. And then your shower head goes up and down. Body wash, conditioner, and shampoo, not that I need it, is provided. Let's kick the shoes on, grab the hat. Hey, let's go do some origami. Test my folding skills. Let's go. Jaime went to go collect some charms and like an art auction where they give you some champagne bubbly and talk about winning free things. But I'm gonna go do some origami. We're going to the club on deck 4.
Oh, sorry.
Got my paper, let's see how this goes. I'm very intrigued what creature or item we will be folding. Hopefully the famous crane isn't that, otherwise I'll be testing my skills.
Today we are going to be learning the butterfly. First off, a triangle, nice and simple. Once again, make sure those folds are nice and strong. Folding it in half. Now you're going to turn it over and you're going to fold it into a rectangle.
After a little rockiness, I think I've caught up and fixed it. Got my butterfly, but I wasn't even close. Butterfly!
That is so pretty.
I struggled at it. Gold coins! So I drop off the butterfly to Jaime, sit down on the machine, won 33 bucks. That's not like me, maybe some good luck charm. So make sure you get your deal or no deal cards if you're a gambler like us. I think this might be a little more fun than bingo. There's a quick glance. Each card, like cards run, 1 card is 25, then 2 cards is 39, so on, 4 cards. And then if you buy 4 cards, I think you get a bonus card. Damn, and bad news struck. The whole purpose, I think, of these New Zealand cruises is being able to cruise the sounds. And caution to the wind. Slight frustrations, but they will not be going to the sounds now because of weather, quote unquote. Frustrating because that was such a beauty beauty of New Zealand. And now we're going straight to Dunedin, our first port of call in a few days.
Yellow is not good. It's on the limit. It's marginal when we consider safe swells and waves. As you can see, the red vessel has a significant wave of 6 meters, while we will have 2.5. Huge difference, and also huge difference in the swells. Moving ahead, this would be the worst situation for us just before we arrive at the fjords. As you can see, the significant wave is 6.5, very, very rough seas. Just also to let you know, we are ahead of schedule, more or less between 6 to 8 hours, as we are using all our 4 engines with full speed. As soon as we will pass Wellington, it's white actually, we will shelter completely from the swells. In addition to that, and after speaking with the local pilots in New Zealand, that day on the 8th, there is a significant heavy rain with high winds, which would make the visibility very, very poor. A picture is 1,000 words. I really hope this brief explanation presentations makes more clear. I feel much more comfortable, to be honest, to explain why we did not go than for me have to explain why we did. Thank you for your understanding and have a great day.
So to keep moving, I'm taking the stairs because sometimes the elevators are just crammed. The benefit to that is exercise, obviously, and sometimes time. I'm headed to find pizza station once again for me. Back of the ship. It's all views, just sit and enjoy the tranquility and everything, but booyah. Pizza bar is right underneath the sunset bar. Back of the ship. Gotta get going. It's deal or no deal time. Let's go mess with that banker. Deal or no deal is held at the club. The club being the front of the ship. Stairs a little rocky because the storms are outside. Hang on tight, take some Dramamine. Bodine, C-bands on your wrists, or a little patch behind your ear. Make sure you arrive early, otherwise it does fill up kind of quick because this is a popular game show on the boat, alongside bingo probably.
Hello, hello, hello! Let me just explain the rules by stealing this man's time.
Number 7.
Open up case number 7 on your board, and if you've got 25 cents, that's a match.
We aren't faring so well.
But this your husband, you could have a nice day out. Just think, my job is to tempt. Ciao for now.
So in between the buffet closing and dinner time, the masked grill is wide open. Burger and fries, or burger and chips, depending on what part of the world you're from. So daily with the concierge class rooms, apparently you get a nice snack, and it has arrived. What better place to enjoy it? Let's see what we got. A fork is needed, and let's see. Looks like some ceviche, chips, deviled eggs, and dessert, maybe cheesecake. Not fully sure what's on that, but that looks good. It's too small to be caviar, I think. Truffle. After a sweet, quick nap, it is dinner time. Got a little flashy, it's chic night. Let me show you. Let's go some French food, baby.
Let's go have some escargot.
And tonight's dining will be in the French restaurant called Normandy. Now there's 4 restaurants, and anyone can dine in them other than the buffet. Have a look at this menu, let me know you'd order. For now, here's some escargot to start out. And if you're feeling hungry, you can get 2 starters typically. And for your entree options, here's one of them, the seared duck, delicious, succulent, and also the beef Wellington, but they didn't call it that. And last but not least, the chef special was brought out just to share with the table, a delicious buttered chicken. To finish it all off, here's the dessert menu. Have a look, enjoy, but we were too full to indulge. Now, didn't that dinner look spectacular? Normandy was a good start. Everything from the snails I tried to some buttered chicken they offered us, and then that beef Wellington was superb. Let's get into the theater, catch up with Jaime, and see what this ending night show has to offer.
Ensure that everything is up and running. Our chief engineer Kostas from Greece.
I'm so ready to get everywhere I go, every smile I see.
Violets and purples, diamonds and circles, you're my kaleidoscope. Kaleidoscope!
What do you think of that? Totally great show. Very entertaining, adorable, and very catchy music. Great dancing, acrobatics performance, kaleidoscope. 2 thumbs up. Good job. Call it a night. See you in the morning for day 3. All that doesn't look too good. Well, good morning from day 3. Let's go get some laps in before the storm hits. It's a beautiful morning. Don't worry, I'll keep my day job.
Just to give you reference, it's only 7 a.m. and the sun's barely coming up.
Still fairly dark, but I kind of enjoy it. Oh yeah, Mother Nature's trying again. Delicious breakfast after getting the blood flowing, walking a mile. I know that's simple, but that's good for us. Highly recommend it. We'll get a couple drinks, go change into some bathing suits. It's a pool day. A pool morning at least. Let's go check out the solarium. Those unfamiliar with the solarium, it's 18 and up, no kids allowed, and adults can come here for peace, quietness, relaxation, comfy pillow, and a pool to themselves. You can see the boat rocking pretty well just by looking at the pool. Still some decent seas out there.
Two hours later.
Oh, nice and showered, changed up. Let's see what we can get into. So there's been a lot of sports things. The pool has been very cold, so they've canceled or postponed to another date maybe. But today we're going to try our hand at street curling. Back at the club, like you saw, origami and a lot of other things are at the club. But first, I'm gonna go get me a snack to tide me over. Jamie's doing her thing with jewelry, spa treatments, and collecting charms. See, Celebrity with the Royal Caribbean group, because Royal Caribbean does as well, they do a charm giveaway every day, sometimes twice, 3 times a day, whether it's in a locket or it's on a bracelet. Let's get going and see what this day has for us. Some of the other fun games has been putt-putt golf, beanbag bowling, table tennis, among some, just to name off. None of the snacks are open. I guess there's definitely a cutoff between breakfast and lunch, and nothing that I found is open, but I did get a nice double espresso and passed the extreme beanbag toss. A lot of people play, that way everyone gets a shot at winning. That's kind of fun.
There you go. The ship is rocking today.
Soon is our turn to give it a go.
Well done.
Okay.
Well, Rob! 1, 2, 3, 4 from Mandy and Rob, and from Matt and Jamie. We've got 4, 7, 10, 12 points.
Hey, Jamie, what's worse than losing?
I don't know.
Losing by 1.
Oh, losing by 1. Yeah, like us.
We did pretty damn good. Shockingly. Let's go get some lunch. Nacho bar. I got a little carried away. Rise and shine. Apparently, I missed out on the daily snack. Don't leave your do not disturb sign on the door. Got the makers though. I'll definitely drink my fair share of makers on this trip. Jamie's back from her awesome hair appointment. She looks fabulous. And then we're off to dinner. Apparently we can go get some Mediterranean. Nice hair treatment, scalp massage, all kinds of goodies.
It was a good salon visit.
Let's go to Cyprus. Deck 4, aft. So the restaurant doesn't open until 5:30, and everyone on the boat seems to be coming this way. So early bird gets the worm. Cyprus being Mediterranean, it definitely had a dress code sign, unlike Normandy the day before. And mainly the dress code is don't look like a slob. Here's a look at the dining room. I didn't show you that in the last restaurant, but let's have a look at this delicious sounding menu. Each night, the menus would tend to rotate and have different exclusives. Now celebrity classics will always stay on there. Let's start it off with a wedge salad. Between the two of us, the seared branzina was chosen and the rigatoni, both delicious options. So dinner was really good. Now let's get to the club. The club has a game show called The Challenge. We're gonna see what that's all about. No show in the theater for us tonight. We're gonna go to Eden later on. I'm gonna show you that beautiful restaurant and bar. You're gonna see the same cast that did Kaleidoscope last night. Let's enjoy the night. Here we go. Game show time.
Let's see who will start the game. Team number 1 got 2,400 points. And team number 2 got 2,000 points. So the winner is team number 1. Joe, whenever choose to enjoy vacation, we love you all so much.
And intense. The teams were getting a little gnarly with each other. Let's play pub quiz now.
The papers and pencils are right. Would love to participate with our pub quiz. Champion for our pub quiz this evening. And again, you just won a
15 out of 20 ain't bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, that ends.
Now let's go to Eden to see the other show I told you about. Eden has a grand entrance. It's very beautiful. So the story behind this show is it depicts Alice in Wonderland. It's the Kaleidoscope cast. Acrobats in a bar. What a good combo.
There's so many seats taken, so it's hard. You gotta get here like an hour early for the show.
Yeah, apparently the popularity was there already.
Make your way to sentiment, friends. And nothing's gonna take away with it, 'cause we can always take the navigate.
And drop.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for your production against singers, dancers, and specialty acts in Dreams!
Fabulous show. It was so good.
We liked that better than Kaleidoscope, but
Yes.
Kaleidoscope was still good too. And then Jamie had, she was a prop at the end of the show too.
But who doesn't like the lap dance, you know?
The dancers rested it on her legs. All in all, excellent. See you tomorrow morning. Good morning to a very windy day to start off. Well, finally, we have some land. After almost 3 days at sea, we are now going through the Cook Strait, and it's pretty beautiful. It's very windy, as you can hear. We are not going to do the outside hot tub like we thought we would, but we had a delicious morning of breakfast and coffee. Let's head to the solarium. As a matter of fact, it is so windy that on the top deck, they are stacking the lounge chairs, and rightfully so. A good gust could flip them over. Something Jamie and I missed yesterday are these amazing connected double chairs. For those traveling together, these are perfect for you as Jamie models them. Beautiful view. We definitely sat back and enjoyed the scenery passing us by, and also avoiding the cool, windy air outside. The solarium does have a juice bar. It comes in your drink package, otherwise it's extra. Thank you. Yummy. Also, there are small finger food type of grab and goes. Alright, the sun. It's not too terribly bad. It's still windy as hell. But the sun, you can feel the warmth trying to kick in. As you saw, kale tonic drink. It was pretty decent. Get those nutrients in the body, because I sure as hell need them after all the booze I've had. The Cook Strait is very busy with boat traffic for the fact that ferries connect the North and South Island from Wellington to Picton, and also cargo ships, cruise ships cut through. When you want to avoid the crowds and go from aft to forward, use the stateroom hallways. Showered and freshened up from the solarium and hot tub. Chill, excellent morning when I'm ready to be on land. Sports trivia in the club. Where are all the pineapple people? I don't see anything on doors in celebrity cruises. It's always fun looking to see who puts what, that's all. Let's see how we fare with some sports trivia.
And last championship in 1986. Who holds the record for the most Masters tournament wins?
So what do you think of sports trivia?
So since this is an American ship, there's a lot of American questions. So we have a really good shot at winning, but somebody beat us once again.
We got tripped up on some really old questions. Should have known them, but I was just a little off.
It's okay, it was fun.
It's a beautiful day to have the window open. If you're craving that midday sweet tooth, the buffet is a good option. However, go to the coffee shop on Deck 5, where you have plenty of options to choose from. So there's some pretty rough weather outside, pretty cold, and it shows because the majority of everyone is inside, especially at the Grand Plaza, which is the Martini bar. But they're having a good old time. It's like music bingo. But we're headed to do some axe throwing, whatever that entails. Curling was fun yesterday, so let's see what axe throwing has involved.
She's your partner, my friend. Oi! Oi! Alright, hold on. Because if you hit me, you will not get a point. I'm not married yet. Alright, in 3, 2, 1, go! Oh! I told you, block it. They're dangerous. 1, 2 points.
After countless amounts of trivia, our brains are working. I feel like we've been doing a lot of testing. It's like we're in school again. Let's go to our room, see what snack we got for today. We missed it yesterday. Time to redeem myself. There it is. No clue what that is. So let's have our little snack by the window. I'm gonna go with the easy one first. Shrimp ceviche. Yeah, that's definitely good. What else is good is, I tell you, Mother Nature and the seas have definitely got a little angry. Those swells are bigger again. Well, let's enjoy this before we head to dinner. Tonight we will be dining in Tuscan, the Italian restaurant. Each restaurant also has a selective cocktail or wine, but I love some Italian food. Here's the menu. I went with the creamy Tuscan shrimp soup, followed up with the pappardelle rib noodle with chicken. Well, dinner was great. Guess what? Back to the club. More trivia. Tonight's show is actually The Violinist. The 7 o'clock show just let out, and then there's a 9 o'clock. So we'll do that. Any and every show might be packed, so make sure to get there early or you might get stuck in the corner, like we did.
Ant-Man.
Black Panther.
Black Panther.
Black Widow.
Black Widow.
Captain America.
Captain America.
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
Where did this guy go?
Deadpool.
Deadpool.
She comes all the way from the beautiful city of Auckland in New Zealand, and she is a rock violinist. So I hope you're ready to rock out tonight, everybody. So please put your hands together for the spectacular Yumiya!
For one, we've hit some rough seas, we're rocking and rolling, and we're not drunk. Promise. What did you think of that awesome performance by Yumia?
Okay, that violinist, she was beautiful. She's from Auckland. She's performing since she was 5 years old on the violin.
Definitely better than expected. I love a violinist. It was a rock violinist.
If music touched your heart, then she'll definitely touch something of yours.
Cheers to that. Let's get some rest. Tomorrow we're finally on land. Amazing excursion ahead. Look at all those birds. Good morning and welcome to Port Chalmers, New Zealand, which is the Dunedin stop. It's very chilly this morning, about 50 degrees Fahrenheit. This should be the coldest city and port stop on this journey because the rest should warm up slightly as we go north. As you make your way into Otago Harbor, you'll see these caves and also these gun emplacements, which were abandoned after World War II, as were all the communication tunnels you see along these hills. The Otago Harbor lies 5 nautical miles from Harrington Point to Port Chalmers where the ship will dock. They have dredged out 13.5 meters so that ships can get in and out. The tugboat has met us about halfway to guide us the rest of the way in. It's time for coffee, it's time for breakfast, let's go. Absolute chaos in the buffet. We opted to get a couple quick omelets and then back to the room to get ready and get on with our day. Whee! At least it's sunny, but it's bouncing off that water. And look at that. They're testing out the lifeboats, putting them in the water. But let me tell you about today. It's a Scottish experience with a castle tour and a brewery. Come to find out, the Scottish actually had a huge settlement here in Dunedin. We're about to head to our meeting point, which is in the theater. We go as a group, get off the ship. Here we go!
Let's go discover a town.
And New Zealand is very strict on seeds, foods, you name it. Don't even bring your coffee cup out onto the pier. So when you check in, they give you these sweet but ugly stickers.
Everybody's assigned a different number for your different excursions.
So now we wait until they call us and we all leave together. After the additional day at sea of not really seeing anything, he was so glad to step foot on land and go explore. How excited are you?
Yeah.
Well, that was unique. They needed 2 volunteers to stay behind because they overbooked the tour. Luckily, 2 people got off. We would make the 15 or 20 minute drive into Dunedin from the port. We just arrived at Spates Brewing, do a brewery tour, and have some beer for breakfast. We've made it to one of Dunedin's absolute icons, Spates Brewery. If you ever traveled through New Zealand, you know this place is practically a national treasure. Our tour kicks off here, this massive wall-length timeline that tells the story of Spates from the very beginning. We're talking over 150 years of brewing tradition right here in Dunedin. You learn how 3 guys named James Spate, William Dawson, Charles Greenslead teamed up way back in the 1870s and built what would become New Zealand's most beloved beer brands. There's everything from the early gold rush days to how Spates survived the Great Depression to how it became the pride of the South. What I loved about this brewery tour is how visual it is. You're literally walking through the brewery's life story, and it makes you appreciate how much tradition goes into every glass they pour. And jumping right into the brewing process itself, you'll see the mash tuns, the giant tanks, and all the behind-the-scenes steps that bring Spates beer to life. It's fast-paced, super informative, and the guide did an awesome job keeping it fun while packing in a ton of details. And honestly, whether you're a craft beer nerd or you just like a cold one on vacation, it's one of those tours that makes you appreciate the work that goes into every pint. Let's go taste some beer! And now we've made it to the best part, the tasting room. This is where you get to try the full lineup From classic Spates Gold Medal Ale to some of their seasonal brews and a few surprises you won't find outside the brewery. Alright, time to taste our way through Spates. Let's dive in. Which one are you trying?
Alright, well so far I've tried the OG, the gold medal one, and then I had the dark one, and now I'm trying the really potent, it's like their guest brewery, the Black Rock, yeah.
That's their strongest one then. Here's a hazy IPA. They said try it before it's gone for good. So is that one? Ooh. This one's rather refreshing for hazy.
This one's hoppy. It has a little bit of a citrus taste to it.
After a great tasting and tour, it was time to head out. I got one more picture and video. Woo! Time to go before they leave me. How were those beers?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Hands down, my favorite was probably their original gold medal ale.
We have now left downtown Dunedin and heading out onto the Otago Peninsula, and this drive is unreal. Rolling green hills on one side, coastline and harbor views on the other. Every turn looks like a painting. And what's up this way is Larnach Castle, one of New Zealand's most iconic landmarks, sitting right at the top of these hills. But before we get into the full history of this castle, I'm in for a little surprise performance when we arrive. And I don't even know yet, but here we go.
Right, so you're all alcoholics?
Yes.
Yes. Do you, ma'am? You're a connoisseur of whiskey, yes? You, sir, you're a connoisseur? And you, sir, you've just volunteered. Free bottle of whiskey for each of you. However, nothing is free in Scotland. Just need you three to give me a wee hand with my haggis ceremony. So, if you'd like to come away in. Good afternoon, you're supposed to go good afternoon. That was rubbish. I am taking the haggis away. Okay, that doesn't bother you. Any more of that rubbish? No. And I'm taking the whiskey away. No. I have your attention now, do I? I would like to welcome each and every one of you to our beautiful city of Dunedin, our very Scottish city of Dunedin. Even its name, Dunedin, is Gaelic for New Edinburgh. Now I should tell you all about the Scottish history of this city. How it was settled, 1848. 2 ships set sail from Scotland. 3.5 months at sea. Some of the roughest seas in the world. They arrived here at the wettest autumn on record. No, the biggest question I am always asked is, what the hell is that? The story of the haggis. Have you heard about haggis? No. You've heard of haggis? You will all know that the haggis is Scotland's national dish. Do you honestly believe that some Frankenstein of a chef takes the heart, the liver and the kidneys of some poor unsuspecting sheep, minces it up nice and fine, mixes it with onions, oats, salt and pepper, takes this mixture, shoves it back in the sheep's stomach? We are required by law to provide you with 3 highly trained professionals for your safety while you're here this afternoon. Now you may believe that these 3 are just part of your cruise ship. Not the case. These 3 have undergone months of specialised training to be here this afternoon. Allow me to introduce them by their proper names. We know her in the business as Wee Jock. Next, I give you a courageous man. I give you a brave man. I give you our man, Shuggy. And last, but by no means least, I give you our man, Big Jessie. So, ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you your three Haggis Bashers! Haggis. For us to raise a toast to the haggis, if you'd like to pay your piper. Next your sword bearer, otherwise she starts dishing out vasectomies and none of us want that. You put that down there and you help yourself. Those of you who are able to rise, please rise. Now I'd like you all to repeat after me. To the haggis! To the haggis! Slanjabar! Slanjabar! Now, I'm going to give you your first lesson in Gaelic, okay? If anyone in Scotland ever goes Slanjabar, the correct response is Slanjabor. Okay, so, Slanjabar! Slanjabor! Up your kilts. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for the pleasure of your company. I do hope the rest of your voyage treats you well, and I do hope we see you back here in our beautiful wee city of Dunedin.
After that hilarious performance, it's time to try the haggis and also eat our lunch provided with a delicious dessert to go with it. Standing here at Larnach Castle, it's crazy to think this entire place was once the personal dream of William Larnach. He was a wealthy banker, politician, and entrepreneur who wanted a mansion unlike anything else in New Zealand, and he built it right here on top of the Otago Peninsula. Construction started in the 1870s and took more than a decade, with master craftsmen brought in from Europe. Larnach spared no expense, importing marble, Venetian glass, and some of the finest materials in the southern hemisphere. He had a fine collection of antiques and definitely some unique pieces of art all around the castle. And I'd like to point out the ceilings. They are absolutely incredible, hand-carved detailed woodwork, rich European design. Every room felt like a different chapter of the story. But behind all that beauty was a pretty heartbreaking story. Larnach's wife died young, then his daughter, and eventually his personal and financial life collapsed. After his death, the family fractured and the castle was sold off, passing through multiple owners and falling into a long period of neglect. What you get to see nowadays is the result of decades of restoration work. The current owners have poured their lives into bringing the castle back to its original glory, preserving the details, restoring the architecture, and turning it into one of New Zealand's most important heritage sites. And now we make our way to the rooftop. Be mindful of these narrow spiral stairs as they spin you upwards. This will pay off though, with a full, incredible 360-degree view over the harbor, the coastline, the rolling green hills, and if you look closely and zoom in, you can even see our ship. You can see why Larnach chose this spot. There isn't a better lookout point anywhere in Dunedin. Let's head back down and see some of the gardens. They're beautifully landscaped, peaceful, and honestly just add even more character to the whole experience on this amazing property. And don't forget, check out down these stairs for another amazing lookout. Between the views, the history, and the architecture, it's easy to see why Larnach Castle is one of the most absolute must-see spots in Dunedin. Well, that was a fun little experience.
Fun.
Yes. On to the next spot, or back to the ship, I'm not sure. As we head back toward Dunedin, it's impossible not to notice the city's stunning surroundings, the rolling hills, the harbor, Victorian-era architecture peeking through, and Dunedin itself was founded in the 1840s by Scottish settlers. And right in the middle of all the history is the city's most iconic landmarks, the Dunedin Railway Station, often called the most photographed building in New Zealand, built in 1906 and designed by architect George Trope. Stepping inside, and it's just as stunning. The floors are made of Minton tiles. It is a large floor mosaic made of nearly 750,000 tiles in the booking hall. They feature trains on tracks all throughout. There is an elegant staircase that will take you up to this amazing balcony to have a look down. As we walk through the station to the platform, to my surprise, there is a parked train. Right behind me here is another short excursion, to my knowledge. Takes you to a gorge sightseeing railway from Dunedin. There's not much for passenger service out of Dunedin up to Christchurch and further. That's been done away for a long time now, I guess. It's only sightseeing trains and freight trains that go up the coast, which is a darn shame because from here to Christchurch is pretty scenery. Before heading back onto the bus and towards the ship, pop into the cafe next door. Nothing like a quick pint.
Very quick.
Hazy. Bus leaves in 20 minutes. As we make our way back to the pool, Dunedin continues to show off its rail heritage. The tracks weave right alongside the road here, almost hugging the landscape the same way they did more than a century ago. Rail has always been a huge part of this region's identity for decades. These routes connected remote communities, hauled goods from the interior, and carried travelers deep into Otago's rugged countryside. However, nowadays, it's more scenic railroad than anything else. If you look closely coming up, you'll see a train tunnel. The city is known for these historic tunnels carved straight through the surrounding hills. Engineers built them in the late 1800s and early 1900s to keep the rail lines running smoothly through the wild, uneven terrain. Some are short, some stretch surprisingly far, but every one of them helped keep this region moving long before highways existed. And right on cue, looks like we've got to wait while it passes in front of us. Honestly, not a bad delay. With scenery like this and a working rail line right beside the port, it's almost an excursion in itself. However, this is the Excursion from the Celebrity Cruises. Back at the ship. After showing an ID of some kind, preferably your passport, New Zealand will let you back on the boat. Oh yeah, and your room card. That's a big important thing too.
Most important, room card.
As you see, the lines can get pretty long, however they go pretty quick. It's here! It's here! Let's see what we got today. Okay then.
Jeez. Oh, celery.
And
I hate that.
salmon. Squishy, squishy.
Interesting.
And is it a marshmallow?
It doesn't really have much flavor.
Okay. Snacks and decent sunset and a ship loading. Throughout the journey, you may have noticed these pink drinks. They are delicious watermelon margaritas. Hey babe, let's watch Sail Away on the magic carpet. Definitely arrive early or you won't get a good spot like this. And if you're afraid of heights, this might not be the spot for you, but however, this is one heck of a view. You're able to see the side of the ship, the bridge, and more. And as we wait to sail away soon, you'll notice huge stacks of logs along the waterfront. New Zealand's lumber industry is massive here. Unfortunately, deforestation is one of the country's biggest exports, especially some pine. And a lot of it ships out from ports just like this. It's a huge part of the local economy and a big reason these harbors stay so busy. It's unfortunate as we sail out, you see protesters along the waters. I'm sorry to see this, I really am. I wonder what they truly are protesting. Kindly and peacefully, let me know in the comments. As we glide out through the Otago harbor, the coastline pulls away and evening settles over Port Chalmers. It's the perfect end to an incredible day in Dunedin. And just ahead, there it is, the same lighthouse that welcomed us this morning, blinking us out to sea as we begin the next chapter of our New Zealand journey. Let's eat. Oh look, there's Jaime.
Hi. I didn't feel like dressing up tonight, so it's gonna be a lazy buffet night.
Absolutely.
There's enough stuff to do tonight, but really nothing on our radar.
We'll go to a meeting about what to do in Christchurch. Maybe gamble, maybe pass out, who knows. Indian food night. Pork vindaloo, tandoori chicken, butter chicken, biryani. Yummy.
Everything else, all the things are given a promo.
Christchurch, here we come. Good morning, time to get our steps in.
Yay!
Let's walk.
He didn't mention it was 6 a.m.
It is 6 a.m. time. We're waiting to dock in Christchurch. We're just kind of floating around. When we get to the top, you'll see. Maybe that's our little port right there. Looking the other way. Sunrise is trying to be gorgeous. Swing that ship around. We're turning the ship around and facing outward for a departure. It's an early departure off the ship, so the buffet is absolutely getting more and more crowded. But everybody's waking up early to get to their shore excursion on time. We are just roaming around Christchurch. Well, let's get some coffee and breakfast in us. Ooh, egg whites hit the spot. When the throw rope gets caught in the rocks. Good work, team. Thanks for tying us off. Another big lumber yard here in Littleton, outside Christchurch. So before we get off this boat, let's talk about how to get to Christchurch. First thing, put the window down so I can show you. So the boat offers these tickets that are $10 each round trip, I guess unlimited, so you can come back to the boat. It's the option. The last one comes back to the boat at 3:45. You just book them down at the excursion desk or the getaway on deck 2. The reason why is because we are in Littleton, which is 30 minutes outside of Christchurch, and they will not let you walk off the boat. They have a Littleton bus that's free, and that's over here on the right. And then off to the left on the other side is the buses to Christchurch. Pretty simple setup, however, not much flexibility if you want to just roam on your own. So now that you know all this, we got our tickets in hand. Let's get off this boat and go explore. Christchurch, here we come. The gangway is on deck 4 for today. Today's a bit different. No excursions, no schedule, just pure exploring. We're heading off the ship early, crossing the pier, and hustling to catch the local bus that'll drop us at Christchurch City Centre. I enjoy this kind of travel day, when you don't really know what you'll stumble into, but that's the fun of it. So let's see what Christchurch has in store as we dive into a day of completely unplanned adventure. We do have an idea, but nothing set in stone. So they let you off in the center of town. My recommendation is on your map, drop a pin, and that way you can go back to it later. On either Google Maps or Apple Maps, they should do it. You go in, hit save, add a little heart, good to go. It's about a 10-minute walk, half a mile-ish to the Botanic Gardens. We're gonna go check that out on this beautiful, peaceful morning. Stepping through the gates of the Christchurch Botanic Gardens, you instantly feel the pace of the day slow down. We grab a quick look at the map. Well, honestly, this is the kind of place where wandering is the whole point. As we follow the path, you're surrounded by these towering old trees, some of them well over a century old, and pockets of color everywhere you look. The gardens are huge, and every turn feels like its own little world. We found ourselves stopping constantly for close-ups because the flowers are just incredible. If you ever need a place to breathe for a moment on your Christchurch visit, this might just be it. And of course, during all this exploring, we stumbled on a cozy little cafe tucked among all the greenery. The perfect spot to slow down, grab coffee, and keep the day rolling. Paradise shell ducks. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've seen the movie Fern Gully, we have found the tree.
It's very swirly.
And what I mean by that, it looks like it. It may not be it by the scientific name. Just fun, and I resort things back to movies sometimes. So for reference, it's a over 100-year-old eucalyptus tree, alpine ash. It's been in New Zealand for that long in this botanical gardens. Don't be mad at me if I'm wrong, but I found New Zealand's silver fern, I believe. What's on their flag, their plane, their passports. Or maybe these are it. These are much bigger. Huge.
It's like a tree.
Big tree.
Palm tree fern.
Maybe these are it. These look a little more legit than what I'm thinking in my head. Let's have a closer look. Forgive our goofiness. As we continued to wander, the whole scene shifted into these beautiful shades of autumn with golden leaves, deep reds, white pathways. It felt like the gardens were changing right in front of us. Crossing this little footbridge was one of those small moments that you just want to take it all in. And if you don't want to walk anymore, you can punt down the Avon River that goes through Christchurch. It's about a 30-minute attraction. That price tag is $42 New Zealand or $24 US. However, it's better to combine it with what we're doing next, and that is the Christchurch tram. This is a hop-on, hop-off service costing around 40 New Zealand dollars or about $22.50 US. Or book the combo deal with punting and or gondola for extra adventure. Inside you'll notice the nostalgic posters and design of the tram car, a charming throwback to the past. We're now approaching the famous New Regent Street. Fun fact, this colorful street is known for its Spanish mission-style architecture and boutique shops. We'll be back here a little later to explore more, so stay tuned. To help accommodate all travelers, some of these trams have wheelchair-accessible lifts, making it easy for everyone to enjoy a ride. The tracks wind through historic neighborhoods, past iconic buildings, and give a great perspective on the city's layout, with a great narration by the conductor. And here we pass the Bridge of Remembrance. One of the fun stops to make is trying out the Riverside Market. Lots to choose from. Look at that lighting. That's beautiful on us.
Hello.
I got the tiramisu stout. That's the brewery emblem. Jamie, what'd you get?
I got a brown ale and I have stickers to add to my collection.
What do you think of your brown ale?
It's not bad. They had brown, they had red. So
As you saw on the chalkboard, so many amazing looking options. And then we'll find some food. And here's a bird's eye view of the market, one of the liveliest spots around, from fresh local produce to artisan treats and cozy cafes all in one building. It is a perfect place to grab lunch and soak up the atmosphere. We got a banh mi sandwich and dumplings. Seriously, make sure to stop and get a meat pie. Nacho beef, mozzarella, sour cream. Pretty dang good. Actually tastes like a handheld chili from America. As we hop back on the tram, here's some fun facts. Some of these carriages are restored to their original form from the early 1900s, while others are modern replicas built to preserve the city's heritage. Check out the handcrafted wood interiors and the vintage light fixtures. Each tram tells its own story, and even Her Majesty the Queen came aboard in November of 1995. The tracks seem to have been laid perfectly and beautifully for this awesome tour around Christchurch to give you details about the historic buildings, while also rolling by art exhibits, statues, and even murals around the city. As we ride around the outer perimeter of the cathedral, it's impossible not to notice the scale of the damage from the 2011 earthquake. This quake, which was 6.3 in magnitude, caused a central spire and large portions of the structure to collapse. It was a devastating moment for the city, but the cathedral has remained a powerful symbol of resilience ever since. We will get off the tram here briefly to have a quick look around before getting back on the tram and heading over to Regent Street. As you can see, it is a super tight squeeze on the street, and we were going to sit and have a pint. The place we chose is called The Last Word. And here we are, right along the tram tracks. You won't believe it, but I'm enjoying my pint right here just inches away from the tram, rolling past. It's such a fun experience to have the hustle of the city and historic charm all in one spot. Even standing, you will feel the rhythm of the street. Now let's get back on the tram, and we gotta head back to catch a bus. Time to get back on the bus! It's been a great day exploring, without any booked excursions. Today really showed how much you can experience somewhere just by exploring on your own without anything booked. Sometimes the best days are the ones unplanned. Coming up just before we get back through this tunnel, if you look up, you'll see the gondola above us. The only reason we didn't try to do this is because it was so far out of the way. This might be something you book through the combo deals or an excursion with the cruise ship. Coming out of the tunnel, there's our ship in the distance, waiting at the port. It can be a satisfying feeling to see that in the distance appear after a full day of exploring with tired legs. As the bus pulls in, we are ready to hop off, board the ship, and relax after an amazing day. Reboarding on deck 2.
That day went way too fast.
Continue on to see what we do tonight. When in doubt, take the stairs sometimes. Let's head in.
Well, hey, you're just in time for a snack.
Snack time. What we got today?
Ooh la la. One is having some issues, darn
Oh, we better get the sail away and get the magic carpet. This time, we were a little late, but we still got a decent spot for sail away. As we gaze out, nearby a graceful sailboat glides along the water, catching the last bits of sunlight. Kite surfers are out having fun, flipping and dancing across the waves. Up on the cliffs you can spot these stunning homes tucked into the landscape, and down below next to us, the tugboat patiently waits. As we sail out, the pilot boat stays close, guiding us safely through the harbor. These boats are crewed by experts who help every ship navigate in and out of ports. And nearby, 2 fishing boats head in from their daily catch, their silhouettes framed by the warm glow of the setting sun, a peaceful glimpse of the harbor life in action. After meeting some awesome people on the magic carpet for sail away, it's time to eat. Buffet style again. Let's see what it is tonight. Asian night. Not too crazy. Woo! Feeling fat and happy. Very content. Food was good. For buffet standards, Celebrity does it pretty well. Let's see what we can get into tonight because there's not much on the radar. See you in the morning. Oh, good morning. What a sluggish morning. We slept in. We also partied it up. She did the Naughty List game show and was one of the captains and killed it. Our team won, and here she is.
Too much fun.
Never too much fun. We just sat down for a late coffee. Let's see what the day unfolds for us today. Either I'm craving a really sweet tooth or this is really good. Kind of defeats the purpose of what we just had though. Light breakfast, juice bar, and I'm smashing my face with chocolate croissants and a mocha. And she has a delicious mocha. Holy chaos for a pocket locket around your neck charm. Look at that line. Everybody likes some free charms. The majority of the time on cruises, FE Jewelry is the place to go for giveaways. These are the charms.
Teeny tiny.
So at the beginning of your cruise, FE has a necklace pocket locket thing. Then they have days of filling them up with these charms. People obsess over them. Knick-knacky, but fun. And there's also a bracelet charm thing. Hot tub pool day kind of day. Let's go do nothing. Real exciting, ain't it? Woo, it's definitely breezy out. Jamie's enjoying it already. But as you can see from the other side, their pedestal martini glass hot tub. And then here's Jamie. Can't complain one bit. Apparently there's rules to get into. We'll enjoy this in this brisk, cool air with the X behind us, and then go get some food. Let's get a burger and a dog. And it's that time again. It's the lineup time to get a bracelet charm. Aside from the FE jewelry store, the duty-free shop and other places around the ship will have giveaways as well for a bracelet charm. And today's is a koala. So one thing that we don't talk about, and many probably don't, is laundry on a long cruise like this. So Celebrity offered a laundry bag at a discounted price before the trip, and we took advantage of it just for one bag. Stuffed the hell out of it. You fill out this list, get a little close, whoop. But you fill it out, put all your pieces in, stack the hell out of this. Fold, fold, fold. Good shirt. And better shirt because she was a team captain.
My free shirt.
But here's a time lapse of getting all this done. So what do you say? Let's go try our hand at making airplanes, huh?
I love making airplanes.
So we're here at the Martini Bar / Grand Plaza. Let's have a couple martinis and wait for this thing to start. They give you 5 minutes to make a plane. Let's see how this goes. Jamie's looking very, very symmetrical. What a nice twist. Go up 2 levels and we're gonna throw them down and see how this goes. There's our table. And there's the whole area.
It's a massive area to work with.
A lot of people showed up for this event, so it took a while to do it all.
3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1, and go.
So that was pretty fun. Mine didn't do worth a darn. Hers went in a second longer.
4.15 seconds.
Yeah, I was like 3.0 something, but that's all right. I think they should have done from the length of the martini bar.
It lasted longer.
Lasted longer, and also distance, not just time in the air, because some people just floated. But that's just another thing you can do on the Celebrity Edge to kill some time. It's that time of the afternoon. Snack time. Let's see what our snack looks like today. Ooh, what we got going on here? Ceviche, some kind of weird sushi. I wouldn't say weird, it's just vegetarian. Have we mentioned on this cruise yet how much we actually like this huge beam awning that we were unsure of at first? Right now, as you can see, it's a sunshade for us. Perfect. Gotta get ready for formal night. See you at dinner. Tonight is another chic night. Jamie and I will be showing off too. Let's get going. Let's catch up with her at dinner. Headed to the Cosmo. We better get moving. She needs her energy because she's about to get chosen for this relay.
The lucky guy one.
Hey, what's your name?
I'm Jamie from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Jamie from South Carolina. Next player for team number 1, go ahead. Team number 2, second player as well. All All right, and four cups for the first layer, 3 cups, 2 and 1. Keep on going. All right, put it back down. You're almost there. All right, next layer for team number 1. And go. Let's go. Keep on going, +2. All right. Okay, last batch for team number 1. Next player. Our next challenge, ladies and gentlemen, show them what we're gonna use. Support them, sure. Moral support. Almost there. Where is it? Ladies and gentlemen, the winner, team number 1.
Okay, that was very competitive. Jaime killed it, yet another win. We're gonna skip pub trivia just because we want a good seat. So let's head into the theater, check it out. There's the champ.
I'm way too competitive. It sucks sometimes.
I just stayed back and filmed. Oh, it's a mostly full house.
This is the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over, so we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us.
This team of performers and singers on the Celebrity Edge is amazing. Now let's go strike it down a little and see how karaoke goes. But see you in the morning when we arrive in Tauranga. Good night. As we ease into Tauranga this morning, the harbor greets us with calm waters and a perfect view of the dormant volcano rising quietly in the distance. Small boats glide across the bay, while the tugboats peel away after guiding us in safely. And up in the sky, a glider gets towed into the morning breeze before breaking free and soaring on its own. What a way to start the day. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the awesome shores of Tauranga, New Zealand. This is day number 8. We're going to get off here and go explore an amazing film production set that a lot of you may know. More about that later. Tauranga is known for the place of rest. That's what it translates to from the Maori people. And a lot of the Kiwis, the people, not the birds, will come here for the warmer climates and beautiful shoreline. It gets 2,200 plus hours of sunlight a year. You wonder why. But let's get off this boat, go find our tour operator, and show you around Tauranga and go on this excursion. Let's go. Now that I found Jaime,
Hey, good morning.
let's get off this boat. It's been a sluggish morning. I finally got a little energy after we had a late night. Karaoke and drinks. And too much pizza by me.
Still fun though.
Let's head the gangway, deck forward. As we scan off and make our way down the gangway, we're officially stepping into Tauranga for the day. Now we won't be heading into town just yet because we've booked a third-party excursion. More info on that later. We have a little time to wander around the port before our tour leaves. Once you leave the gates, you will see these flags, and that is the typical meetup point for the third-party excursions. So from where I'm standing, there's this huge open field that has a lot of pop-up tents, a little market on Saturday. We found our tour operator. We're very early, so we're killing time. What better way to kill time? A little shopping therapy for her. Lots of good shops or tents filled with handmade goods. Some with regular stuff. Give them your business. Very cool rings made of coins. Delicious looking cookies and pastries. Make sure you stop and smell the flowers. These hydrangeas smelled amazing. And then on the far end, if you're hungry, little food trucks, carts. Have a bite to eat if you're hungry. But it's morning time, we just got off the ship. I recommend having cash with you but if not, some might take a card. It is now that time to head back to the meetup point, check back in, and get our lanyards. Checked in, got our lanyards, feel like little ducklings. Let's get on this bus. As our bus rolls out of Tauranga, we follow coastline for a bit, weaving through morning traffic with the ocean just off to our side. It's a slow start getting out of town, but honestly, it kind of builds the excitement, because the farther we go, the more the landscape begins to transform. Once we break free of the city, the roads open up and suddenly we're surrounded by these rolling hills and green pastures that New Zealand has to offer. This drive will only take about an hour, but it gives you great views and definitely some steep and winding roads. Hold on to your cookies. Motion sickness is a real thing. Take a pill if you need it. As we see the sign, the hills are rounder, the scenery is even greener. I'm really understanding why they chose this as Middle Earth. We've officially arrived at the Hobbiton Movie Set start. And now it's time to step off this bus and into the most iconic filming locations on the planet. As we get off the bus, we stroll through the gift shop, taking in all the fun memorabilia, from a Gandalf statue to a Gandalf hat, to the Hobbit cloak, and all those are available for purchase. After a quick look around, we head upstairs to the cafe for a bite before our tour bus takes us onto the set. Everything from meat pies to sweets, and sandwiches too. As we sit and wait, enjoy a little snack, well, borderline lunch. As we sit upstairs enjoying our food, you can watch the movie set buses crest over the hill and disappear. While down below, more picnic tables are filled with visitors mingling. Make sure you make time to take a picture in front of this Hobbiton sign because the lines can get long. Also, maybe recommend a quick bathroom stop before getting on the bus, because you never know when the next one will be. So Jamie's been looking forward to this excursion on the trip.
So I'm a huge fan of Lord of the Rings, so I've been wanting to see this. They do have another excursion, bigger, it's 9 hours, and it's really expensive, so this is second best.
So this is a third-party site, not tied to the ship. I'll leave all the links in the description below, and we will wait for our time slot for the bus. Because you take a bus and go into the set, we'll show you around. What you see here is the queue, and each queue has a time set above it. You find your tour time, line up, and wait for your bus. Time to board the bus! As we ride the bus into the set, the tour guide and a little video will play, so have a listen at that, and I'll get back with you.
Great when you're making a movie, everything's so temporary. The film survives, but the sets and the costumes and the props that you make, they all just get thrown away, and so I'm delighted that Hobbiton has managed to survive, and I'm really pleased that you're taking the time to visit it, and I hope that you enjoy yourself. It's been years ago that we were flying around in a helicopter and found the Alexander Farm from the air, and it, for some reason from the air it looked right, and when we landed it was absolutely perfect, as I'm sure you'll see for yourselves. So thank you very much to the Alexander family for their brilliant support over the years, and especially to Russell, who has been the greatest business partner to have, and as you'll see yourself.
Well everyone, I hope you're enjoying those spectacular views of the rolling green hills as we drive through that Alexander Farm. As you look around you might see some white fluffy things. Now if they are in the sky we call them clouds. And if they do have legs not in our fields they would be our Romney sheep, as we are still a fully functional sheep and cattle farm here. But it was back in 1998 when the location scout David Comer was flying over this area looking out for 3 key features. He was looking for a lake, a rising hill and a distinctive tree. He'd seen all 3 from the air but did want a closer look around, so came down on a Saturday afternoon and knocked on the door of Farmer Ian. Now he was watching the rugby at the time, but luckily for us it was half time, otherwise we would not be here today. So David asked Ian if he could walk around the farm. Not wanting to stop his rugby, he said, "Sure, go ahead. Just make sure you close the gates behind you and don't mix up my sheep." Well, David did what he was told. He looked around, loved what he saw and looked after the farm. So he returned again about 6 weeks later. This time he brought his own little fellowship. So he brought the director, Sir Peter Jackson, and 2 concept artists by the names of John Howe and Alan Lee. They got here, sat down and started sketching up what they thought Hobbiton could look like. They realised it was the perfect location. So they sat back round the table with the farmer and his son and said, "We would love to film The Lord of the Rings here." Ian famously replied, "The Lord of the what?" He had no idea what they were talking about, didn't have a clue what it was. But he did get a very swift kick under the table from his son, who just so happens to be Russell Alexander, the man we just saw in our video, who does head up our tourism business. Now the farming is actually headed up by his brother Craig, so it is very much still in the family. But when they agreed to make the movies, they needed extra support, so they asked the government for funding. They'd actually run out of budget for movies for the year, but did the next best thing and lent them the New Zealand Army. The Army came in, helped to build this road we're driving along, as well as some infrastructure on the set. And in return for their hard work, they got the chance to play some of the Uruk-hai Army in the Battle of Helm's Deep. They may have taken it a bit too seriously at times, as they were reminded to tone it down and that they're not supposed to win the battles. But guys, take a look out to your right hand side and you are going to get your first sneak peek of our movie set today. We might start seeing the barrel wagon, the thatched roof of the mill house, the famous double arch stone bridge sitting proudly over the lake. That's a bridge we watched the wizard Gandalf ride over in his cart in the movies. We'll walk over it later as we head to the world famous Green Dragon Inn, where we will enjoy some lovely complimentary drinks, spend some time relaxing.
Stepping off the bus, you instantly feel like you've left New Zealand, landed inside a storybook, the air changes, and maybe that's just the magic of Hobbiton kicking in. As the hills open up in front of you, perfect little hobbit homes tucked into rolling green slopes, chimneys poking up like they're waiting for Bilbo to pop out and offer you second breakfast. Most of the homes here are just facades, but honestly, stepping into this one, even for a quick photo, still feels surreal. That's where sometimes things slow down on the tour. Everybody's taking a quick photo. But let's continue on. And if you get lost, they got signs with every direction sounding like another adventure. Even these flowers seem staged by a set designer, but they're real. Man, the details are ridiculous. From this honey to this awesome cheese stacked. Man, I would love to be their neighbors. And of course, Jaime couldn't resist claiming a hobbit house of her own. Honestly, she fits the aesthetic way too well. From up here, you can just spot the Green Dragon Inn down the hill. Our eventual destination, but we're not rushing. We're wandering and enjoying every little moment we can. And there it is. Bag End. Bilbo Baggins' home. The iconic green door that we all know and love. Seeing it in person hits way harder than I expected. What a beautiful sight, considering seeing it on the movie screens. In recent years, the set has built up 2 doors you can walk into. One's an entrance, one's an exit, and you can see and get a feel of Hobbiton life. Let's go inside, take a look around. Upon walking in, watch your head. As you can see, it was built for a hobbit. Everything is mostly hobbit scale, and it's even cozier than you'd imagine. Shelves stuffed with little knickknacks, a fireplace, mismatched furniture, plenty of narrow hallways and low doorways. And Jamie's going to show you the size comparison of a normal adult to their bunk beds. Talk about a snug fit to jump in there. Don't bang your head. To top it all off, there was even a wall that marked the kids' height. But it's now time. We need to head on and get down to the Green Dragon and have a delicious beer. Once inside, they do have alcoholic and non-alcoholic choices. 2 beers, ginger beer, and a cider. Now that I have my beer in hand, let's talk about how I booked this for Jaime and I. I went through Viator, and this is definitely not a promotional video. This is just what we did. Now, even from a third-party website, the prices can vary. Like, it can be as low as $188, or it can be as like $250. But it's drastically cheaper than the cruise ship. However, it comes with its pluses and minuses. The plus being the cost is much cheaper. The minus is you're playing the what-if game. Any issues getting back to the ship will not wait for you. Just so you know. Let's get back on this bus and head back. Once you're back in the gift shop, I highly recommend doing the coolest souvenir possible, and that is sending a postcard from Middle-earth Hobbiton to loved ones. So Jaime, bucket list item complete.
That was awesome. I want to live there. That place is so beautiful.
They do a lot of good gardening.
Oh, every little detail is perfect.
I hope y'all enjoyed that footage as much as we enjoyed being here. Let's head back to Tauranga.
Okay, if we must.
See what we can get into because the ship don't leave till 8 o'clock. After a quick little pit stop admiring this river / waterfall, we'd eventually make our way back to Tauranga. Now that we made it back down into Tauranga, I'm sure I'm not pronouncing it right. We're gonna enjoy the beach, grab a bite to eat, and get back on board. Pretty calm, chill evening. That moonrise is pretty dope. Right near the mountain, they got all these little food carts to go along with all the restaurants and shops all down the main drag of this area. Supposedly it only takes 45 minutes to an hour to hike. There's also a circuit at the bottom. Let's get a kebab. Don't mind if I do. Woo, never fails to get a kebab. Garlicky. That gorgeous sunset behind us. This beachfront is awesome.
It's a nice beach.
You had a local DJ just jamming out there, doing his thing. But now let's get back on the boat. Make sure to have your SeaPass card out and ready. Sometimes they ask for ID, but not every port, even though the ship does highly recommend bring ID with you. Back on board. You know what we just remembered? Jaime reminded me we got a snack in the room. Let's go check out the snack. And what we got? Ooh, interesting. More beets, chips, red velvet cupcakes, quinoa. After having that kebab, not too hungry. We'll call it a wrap. We gotta get a lot of rest for today, after today, and ready for tomorrow. Wait and see. Continue on this series. Hit that like button, follow me, subscribe if you're not already. Good night. And good morning. Right now we're cruising through a calm Moto Korea channel. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. There's a lighthouse sitting out in the middle of the water, homes packed along the shoreline, and marinas filled with boats barely moving. Everything out here feels slow and quiet ahead of us. Auckland starts to come into view. Such a smooth, peaceful way to arrive in the city. Good morning and welcome to the beautiful city of Auckland, the city of sails, where everyone seems to own a boat. For all you wine lovers out there, we have a great excursion on our way, and Jamie's elated to be doing this. We set this up through our own because shore excursions on this boat for this particular thing was a little pricey, and we can go on our own. And that is the Waniki Island, maybe I'm pronouncing that right, or close to it. It is a hop-on, hop-off wine bus situation, including the ferry over there. The ferry is about 40 minutes to an hour, depending on seas and whatnot, but it's a calm morning. So we're getting off one ship to get on a little boat.
And then I timed, once we get over there, I timed everything out. I looked at the hop-off schedule, the winery schedule, and then I reserved lunch just in case it's crazy over there.
Because we're getting ahead of the cruise, because it doesn't get on a ferry until half hour to an hour after us, so we should be ahead of the game. We'll see. Off we go. So the good thing about where you port at, for one, it's in downtown, beautiful view coming in as you saw. The ferry port right next door. Time it well. Good view of the ship. Literally to our right. Fuller's 360. That's the ferry line we're taking. After doing a little more research, we found out this pier right next to the ship was not the ferry boat we needed, as we saw there's plenty of piers to choose from. However, what you're looking for is the Wahiki walk-up ferry. And be surprised, because that's where the lines are. If you're thirsty or hungry, there's a ferry cafe to tide you over. Hopefully this ain't complete chaos. I wonder how full they pack these ferries. Come to find out, there was a canceled ferry, and that's what triggered a super long line. The real test is, will we get on or not on this first try? So many people are here. Let's see how bad they pack these ferries in. There's 1, 2. Thank you. Woo! Okay, this thing holds way more than it appears.
Phew! God.
Yeah, I was getting a little nervous as packed as it was, but I guess the ferry boats hold quite a bit.
Since I have like a timed out schedule today, I did not want to interrupt that.
Now the next real challenge was if we really wanted to find seats together or not. There were 4 of us, so we went upstairs, had a look inside, and got lucky because we found 4 seats together with the great view of us passing Celebrity Edge. And stay tuned for after Wahiki Island. We'll come back to Auckland and we'll show you and talk about more about what's available on this ferry boat. Make sure you have your motion sickness pills. I had to go outside and get some fresh air and also enjoy the beautiful view coming into the island. Everyone's rushing to catch a bus. We're rushing to get on the hopping off bus.
Go, go, go.
There are other ways to get around the island. This was just the easiest and informative. Let's talk about prices. Now this is the Western Explorer and it is 68 New Zealand dollars or about 39 US dollars. Or they have combo tickets that you can purchase the ferry and bus tour on the same transaction, which is 99 New Zealand dollars or about 57 US dollars. I'll leave the link in the description below for more info and tour options. As we leave Pier 1, which is where you need to catch the Auckland ferry back, but the tour operates daily. Experience 16 stops on an 80-minute loop showing off Wahiki Island's best wineries, restaurants, shops, and beaches. And if you're the hiking type and you aren't pressed for time, then maybe you check out the hiking trails. First stop, Mudbrick.
Welcome to Mudbrick.
It was established in 1992, giving you delicious wines, food, and amazing views. The atmosphere is quite impressive, as Mudbrick is arguably one of the more popular wineries here. It is also the first stop, the first open, so why not begin here? As you can see, there's plenty of seating, but arrive early to avoid crowds. We made our way inside for a wine tasting. And if you're going to do it, you might as well go big. So we chose the flagship tasting. The prices you're seeing here are in New Zealand dollars, but whether you're just enjoying a glass or taking a bottle home, the experience itself is absolutely worth it. Mudbrick is best known for their velvet reds and beautifully balanced Chardonnays, and tasting them right here on the property makes them even better. With a glass of their reserve in hand, we headed back outside and made our way up the hill to take in the views it is known for, while also wandering some of the vineyards. Take time to walk up to the helicopter pad at the top of Mudbrick. Highly recommend the reds. She likes the Chardonnay. We can take some back. That's stop 1 on our journey. And if you don't catch the buses just right, you spend extra time having another glass of wine maybe. Time flies when you're having fun, and I say that because we had allotted an hour here. In the long run, it was an hour and a half. But this is the best of the best, according to most articles, YouTubers, Instagram posts, you name it. Let's move on to the next one. Let's catch this bus. Next stop on the journey, we're gonna go stop 3 or 4 for the city. On to the next one.
Feeling pretty good after that one.
Leaving Mudbrick behind, as we head into the island's main town, we sat back and just enjoyed the views out the window. Thank you. So it's recommended to get off at stop 3 and then walk down the hill, wander through the heart of the city, town of the island.
Unless you want more exercise and you want to walk uphill, by all means, go for it.
Yeah, if uphill's your thing, go for it. But here is the town. It is filled with great little shops for souvenirs and shirts, along with some seriously tempting coffee spots and cafes you can smell before you even see. That being said, we'll be stopping for lunch after this. For now, let's get some shopping in. We got some souvenirs.
Gotta get stuff for the kids.
Bingo! And also we got us a couple shirts. This art exhibit, Penguins. It's a selfie spot. That's your view right there. This town is pretty cute and adorable. No negative thing about it. It's not even too packed today. We made our way all the way down the hill to catch the bus at the farther stop, heading towards Onontongi Beach. And as you would imagine, the locals make the names sound so easy to pronounce. On the ride over though, I'll show you what these buses have to offer. Starting off with the seating. Most people prefer upstairs seating, especially the jumbo window in the very front, or right here behind the stairs where there's no obstructed view. Up above, we've got air vents and reading lights. And the seats themselves come with seat belts, retractable armrests, power outlets, and even fold down footrests. And just like that, we've arrived at Onontongi Beach. The place Jaime found was called 372, which is named for the first three numbers of the Wahiki phone number. It's a sprawling space with a big dining room inside, along with a big outdoor area of long tables under white umbrellas, and a big tree providing some shade. Might I add, impressive views of the bay. The menu is produce driven and seasonal. This is what we had to eat.
Okay, we got the snack, which is, I guess, an appetizer-ish. So it's called the Pizzetta Bianca oyster mushrooms braised leek, Annabelle's truffle and black garlic, creme mule, and mozzarella.
Here's one of our dishes, the fish of the day, which I'm sorry I don't remember which fish. It had crayfish shell sauce, mussels, pickled fennel, and saffron aioli. And here's the other dish we chose. It's a pork chop with cream spinach and a red sauce. All was incredible, and we were full. Next up, we walked it off by taking a stroll along the path to the beach before it was time to get back on the bus and aim for one more good vineyard. And that vineyard being Tantalus. Now there are plenty others you can choose from, however this was the next highest rated behind Mudbrick. And Tantalus has been making wine since 2013. They're known for their elegant Chardonnays, Pinot Noirs, and they also have a small brewery on location. Ooh. Now that was a driveway. Work off that lunch I just ate. See what they have to offer. I think everything is available. They talk about this one is very tough for reservations. That being said, as we strolled on in, we got super lucky that there was 2 seats by the fireplace as people were getting up. So we looked at the menu for the tasting and chose the reserve wine. And here's a list for you beer drinkers of the beer that they had to offer. Now I didn't try any. We were kind of on a time pinch, so we did the tasting and carried on. After ordering, we settled in for a tasting, starting with their 2022 Chardonnay, followed by 3 2018 red blends that were amazing. They also explained parts of the winemaking, including fermenting in these concrete eggs, which helps add texture, balance, and a really nice mouthfeel to the wine. So we didn't get you much footage of the experience, but my goodness, this winery is definitely in the top 2. I see why it's raved about, just like Mudrick. For reference, right across from Tantalus and next to the bus stop to catch the hop-on bus is a history museum of the island. If you have time, check it out. As for us, our time is wearing thin because we have to time it where we make it back to the ferry to go back to Auckland in time to get back on our ship. The bus ride took about 20 to 30 minutes, whereas the ferry will take about 45 to 50 minutes. Now that we've made it back on board the 5 o'clock ferry, I didn't forget about everyone wondering what these ferries to and from Wahiki Island actually offer. So here's a quick rundown. Inside there's plenty of seating to spread out and relax after a full day. You'll also find a snack bar with a solid selection of drinks perfect for the ride back. And if you've had too many, head back outside where you'll find the lavatory, or as they say here, the toilet. Looking back on the day, this day absolutely flew by. Wahiki ended up being such a fun and easy escape, especially if you're looking to slow things down and step away from the hustle of the city for a bit. Don't get me wrong, Auckland looks incredible, but since we happened to port here on a Sunday, a lot was closed. This turned out to be the perfect alternative. Honestly, if everything was open, I'd still recommend doing this. As we take in these final moments, watching the scenery drift by, the sun starting to set, and the city slowly coming to life at dusk, we just want to say thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, hitting that like button really helps us out with the algorithm of YouTube. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Thank you. See you in the next adventure. Good morning from the Bay of Islands. Time to put a tender bow into the water. It's a tender port day. Our last port. Let's see what we can get into. We're going to see glowworm caves and an ancient forest, I think. Not sure what I can video in the glowworm cave, but I'll tell you all about it. Come along. Starting the morning right off in the Bay of Islands, from crispy bacon to fresh fruit to too many sweets to say no to. So now you can see what the magic carpet can do as well. Not just a restaurant or a bar, but that's your tender port. Started way up there. It drops down on tender days. And as you can see, 2 at a time. After breakfast and walking the top deck, it's straight down past the pool deck and into the theater. That familiar pre-excursion routine before the real day gets going.
Going down.
Well, we're all checked in. Group 8, our favorite number. And let's go see some glowworms and trees. Everybody waiting.
Hello, good morning dear guests. One more time, thank you very much for your attention. Please, this is a very important announcement. As well, we kindly remind you that you need your room key and a photo ID to come back to the ship. And at this time, we are ready for group number 8.
Hey, that's us.
Please, group number 8. Please,
Woo, it's like bingo. We win.
Let's go. Complimentary massage with
to the gangway. Lots of us in group 8. That's just the front half. We're the back half. I was wondering where these stairs went. Ah, that's where it dumps off at.
Here's what Josh did.
My initial thoughts were that I was surprised how nice it looked on the inside. Now, if Jack and Rose only had one of these.
These seats are really comfortable in here.
I was definitely envious of this captain's chair.
Your safety and the safety of all our guests and crew is our top priority. Please keep your arms, hands, legs, feet and all body parts inside the launch at all times. If the launch captain gives the instruction to don or put on life jackets, please do so immediately. Your life jacket is stored in a compartment beneath your seat.
Good morning! Off the pier and onto the buses we go as they are lined up already. We spot our number, climb aboard, grab seats together, and just like that we're rolling out. It's about a 30-minute drive out to the Kawati glowworm caves, and the scenery shifts fast. Port town fading into the winding roads, rolling hills, and rain coming and going along the way. Once we arrive, our driver gets us checked in and we wait for our guide to be ready. There's time to grab a quick snack, use the restrooms, and mentally prepare with one catch. Cameras won't be coming with us for this part of this excursion. Back behind us is the start of the glowworm cave tour. About 10,000 worms, if not more, shining bright maybe? I don't know. We'll see how this goes. We'll tell you all about it because we can't show you any videos or pictures. With such a big tour and multiple buses, we split up into groups and line up single file. Lanterns are handed out to the front, middle, and back. And I was lucky enough to carry one. Slowly we start walking toward the entrance, the light dimming as the rock formations shift, and the path grows mysterious. And inside the glowworm caves, the glowworms hang tiny, sticky threads that shine blue-green to catch their prey. The brighter they glow, the hungrier they are, and they're sensitive. Even a light or loud noise can make them go dark. And now back to the bus. Back on the bus. That was pretty cool.
That was very pretty.
next stop is the quirky town of Kaukaua, and to our surprise, an old train is rolling right down the main street. The inner train nerd in me was thrilled. The real reason for the stop? A quick bathroom break, snacks, and refreshments. But if you're all set, there's time to explore the town and do a little shopping. We only had about 30 minutes, so every moment counted. So we stopped in the town of Kaukaua. I believe that's K-A-W-A. K-A-W-A. Tongue tire. Cute little town, as you saw, a little train right through the heart of Main Street.
Even the bus driver was like, wait to go to the bathroom until I take you to this pretty one. And it is. It's pretty inside.
I know, it's unique right behind us. Yeah. We're gonna find a coffee. I could always use a little caffeine kick. And then have a quick look around. Then we gotta go again. Give Connie's cafe a taste and a drink. Got our coffee, having a little wander, especially little shops like this. Unique artifacts and artwork. But really, the charm of this town is pretty awesome. A lot of unique designs and colors. Back on the bus. Now this will be the longest stretch so far today. About a 45-minute drive, winding roads, farmland after farmland, plenty of sheeps to count, tiny towns, and rolling hills fading into the distance. The rain is still coming and going, and a misty fog blurs the view, making the scenery feel mysterious and almost dreamlike. We hopped off the bus and threw on our raincoats as the weather bounced between light drizzle and heavier showers. But that didn't slow us down. Puketi Forest is incredible, and an ancient rainforest filled with towering kauri trees, lush greenery, and all sorts of life hiding in the undergrowth. With our 360 camera out, we had fun capturing unique angles, comparing ourselves to massive trees, getting up close with vibrant vegetation, spiders, and all the tiny details that make this place feel alive. Walking along the boardwalk of the Kauri Walk. It's impossible not to be inspired by these giants, some hundreds of years old, standing like silent guardians over the forest. Every step is a reminder of how magical New Zealand's forests are, and even in the rain, the experience is energetic, vibrant, and unforgettable. Exploring nature like this, getting lost in the sights, the textures, and the sheer scale makes you feel small in the best possible way. Now that we're back on the bus, time to head back to town, and that's the excursion. Now let's go explore the little towns the Bay of Islands have to offer with the time that we have left. Especially, let's go find some lunch.
Yes, very hungry. Use the bathroom. Again.
There's no toilets in this forest. After our forest adventure, we napped a bit on the bus ride back to the main town. A little recharge before the next part of the day. Back at the cruise port, a consistently free shuttle took us into the town of Pahia. And finally, the sun made an appearance. Oh, would you look at that? Here's a look at all the islands we're at. Right there is the town we are in. We did some wandering around for a bit. Then we stumbled upon, of all things, a Mexican restaurant, and wow, it did not disappoint. Even on this side of the world, the food and flavors were just delicious, along with the drinks. After having that delicious Mexican food in New Zealand, which is kind of funny, it was definitely a mix because I had beer battered fish, so I've had plenty of fish and chips, so I switched it up. Now let's go check on Jaime in this makeshift marketplace area in the field, and we'll see what she found. Local marketplace. Now my guess is it's only open during cruise times, and I think this is probably one of the last, if not the last, cruise to catch the Bay of Islands until it becomes spring again down here, which will be the fall for the USA. Make sure to go down all the nooks and crannies because they have little shops and little alleyways. So down that way there is where you catch the the ferry boat to Russell. There were souvenir shops everywhere, and we couldn't resist picking up a few more treasures before heading back on one of the last buses to the ship. From the bus, the ship looked stunning in the distance, and once back at the pier, it was time to show our sea pass cards and wait for the next tender boat, wrapping up a great day ashore. We were packed into a different tender this time with much smaller windows, so you couldn't really see out, but my camera still captured some incredible sights. There were windsurfers cutting across the water and even a rainbow framing them perfectly. Then off in the distance, the magic carpet came into view and we had arrived back at the ship. The boat ride gave us a final moment to soak it all in, even through the small windows, and before long, it was time to head up for a snack. Snack time is here! What do we got today? Ah, interesting. I'm good on watermelon. Looks like more cupcakes, guacamole, and pita. Let's give that a whirl. What do you think?
Some of it sounds pretty good.
As we set up to enjoy our usual spot for snack time, some unusual entertainment was about to commence, and that being the poor Celebrity Edge crew trying to get all the lifeboats back onto the ship while fighting the swells and the rains. It's like a wrecking ball.
Almost. There you go. Yep, had to disconnect it.
Now I will say that I can't imagine the toughness this has to be to fight Mother Nature, the swells, the winds, the rain, but it was also attracting quite the spectators. Got it. Yeah, they're both connected. And now for the tender boats on the other side. They've changed out, guys, 2 or 3 times now, picking this thing up. And after watching for a good hour or so, enjoying the show, but also feel for the workers, I applaud them for their hard work because I imagine how frustrating it can be in staying patient to get these boats back out the water and onto the ship so we can leave. So long, Bay of Islands and New Zealand, because this is the last bit of land we will see for several days until we return to Sydney, Australia.
Okay.
Look at this pretty lady.
Time for dinner.
All changed up, rested for a minute, watched the crazy lifeboats getting put back.
Yeah, that was something to see.
I think we're going to just randomly pick Tuscan. If you would like a very detailed ship tour that will also mention the Tuscan restaurant, click the link below. For now, enjoy my beef carpaccio. We just finished dinner and we hightailed it over to the club for a show called Midnight Sax, S-A-X. It looked cool on the video. We have started the line apparently because of this. They'll open the doors when preparations for the next event is available and ready to go. Let the show begin. Look at that. For real. Early bird gets the worm. This place is packed.
production show is amazing.
Big time amazing.
Oh my god.
Hard left. Now let's go see Magician real quick. Action-packed evening. As we sit and wait for this Magician to start, we can't thank you enough for watching this far. Good morning from the next day at sea. It's day 11. Finally getting the jogging. I'm lazy. I did 4 laps, running straight, and then kind of a cool down walk, which equals a little over a mile. Proud of myself considering I haven't ran in months. Still kind of got it. Now to keep at it. But coffee and breakfast. Let's go. It's been a really chill morning. Got some editing organized. Figure out this vlog. And the bummer, I'm about to do a very unique behind the scenes tour of the galley services. The way it works, it was offered by the cruise ship to the concierge class guests, I guess. And you meet in the Cypress restaurant. You fill out a health declaration actually to make sure you're fit and clean bill of health going into the food prep areas. I imagine it's very sterile and you gotta stay away from the food. Go figure, right? I don't mind some champagne. Let's see how this process goes. This may be the extent of video you get. They seat you, put you in group numbers. Anybody afraid of heights? On the Magic Carpet Experience, went out to sea. They actually have it all the way up. Enjoy a drink as you sail literally above the ocean. Let's take a stroll on the promenade. Deck 5. Let's see y'all where we can go. All right. Kind of a lookout. So I'm on the promenade, starboard side, which is the right side of the ship. The lifeboats block the views for a lot of these. I don't know if they sell them to passengers or if they're crew rooms, but definitely obstructed view rooms. One of the doors to the promenade goes right next to the art museum, Park West. Here's where they hang a bunch of art and whatnot. But if you'd like a full ship tour, click the description below for that awesome video. Lots of exploring around on this ship. See this side, the port side, which is the left side, does not have windows or rooms, but also lifeboats. But let's see how far we can get. This deck does not go all the way around. It doesn't appear that way, at least as you saw on the starboard side. Here we go. Got some seating of some kind, relaxation. I don't know, come out here, play some dominoes, cards, read, listen to music, get away from it all. This is a good hiding spot, it seems, because I don't see anyone on here. And my deck is just above deck 11. My room is not far from it. Curving around some more on the port side promenade, you get to Eden at the back of the ship. How cool, they have a nice relaxation area, also a smoking area, the third one I found. I stumbled across an unassuming outside door and it quietly leads me into Eden. Inside I find one of the ship's best kept secrets, the Eden Cafe. This ends up being the perfect lunch spot with simple sandwiches, desserts, and salads to grab and go. There's also a menu with premium sandwiches if you want to upgrade, but honestly, the included option are already impressive. But here's a look at the other sandwiches you can choose from. After grabbing a bite, I'll wander through Eden looking for the right place to sit. Eden spans 3 levels and every one feels different. There's a polished bar, cozy corners tucked away with books on the shelves, and quiet nooks that make you want to slow down and stay a while. I settle in with a view of the wake trailing behind the ship, watching the ocean stretch endlessly as we move forward. And now let's head out. But this corridor reminds me of Virgin's sparkly corridor. Very cool. The bougie shops. People began to line up for the free charms at the Spirited Duty Free Shop. And that duty free shop has everything from, of course you named it, cigarettes, liquors, cigars, and definitely candies and chips. Got the charms for her. She can complete the bracelet. Every day they're giving out charms for a bracelet. And success, got it. Now let's go find her.
2 hours later.
So we got ready kind of quick. We were running late. We gotta get to a 5:30 dinner time at Raw and 5. Right as you enter, seafood on ice. Oysters, lobster, crab, and shrimp. The space is open and modern, but you do hear the chandelier bar below with this opening. The menu keeps it simple, raw bar, and sushi. Here's a look. Feel free to pause it, have a look at the menu, it's very detailed, and let me know you would choose. We started off with some oysters and a couple of sushi rolls. Boy, oh boy, did they hit. Very delicious, great start to the evening. Dessert was tempting, and it was fine taking a look, but not tonight, especially with what we were about to do next. As you saw, that food was delicious, quick and easy, but we're having a double feature, and we're gonna go to one of the main dinings for some lobster tail. Lobster night. Let's go. Cruise director filming the show that you see every morning. Really, the best way to see this was by time lapse, but it spans 3 or 4 decks, and then all the way at the top is like the constellations. The art piece is called the Mariner, Ancient Mariner. And here's a good look at the Cyprus menu for this evening. The main star of the show is the lobster tail, and it comes at an additional price if you want more than one. I settled with a pasta dish and a side of a lobster tail. They can work with you. Followed by baked Alaska to finish it off. Boy, it was delicious. Since we're concluding this cruise ship, we only had a night or 2 left. They honored the wait staff that took great care of us the past 11 days. But we gotta get going so we don't miss the Chandelier Show.
Please put your hands together for our incredible Martini bottlers in the Chandelier Show!
Rise and shine, last day of the cruise. Sad, sad. Today we're gonna do something fun. It's gonna be run the gauntlet at the Martini bar. Do what we can to try every martini in the book. And it opens at 11:30 a.m. Goes till late. Should be easy task, right? Well, let's see how it goes. But first, coffee and breakfast, and then pool time. Sunny, beautiful day, 75 degrees. Let's go. And if you're new to the channel, consider watching the rest of the series on the Celebrity Edge and all the ports and sea days we stopped at.
Going up.
As you enter the buffet, first stop, let's get that Americano going. And as you can see, there's lots of orders in. However, if you see the lady or gentleman with the cart, coffee's on here too. Jamie, how do you feel about my breakfast?
Yeah, beans for breakfast. I know it's an English thing. I'm sure people look at our breakfast and have questions too.
Especially our bacon.
Because it's extra protein, whatever.
See, English bacon.
Their bacon is better.
Our bacon is like slivers. After enjoying that delicious breakfast, we hurried our full bellies out to find open chairs and plenty of sunshine. Fun in the sun, relaxation. Soon to be sun's out, guts out. Nothing next to us yet. Beauty on my right. Relax here for a while. Live an easy life. Our entertainment happened to be watching the waves of the pool and these chairs rock back and forth from the swaying ship. Go! It's all over. Time to scatter! Look at that curtain of water. Some tried to stay out here and brave the weather, but they being for a surprise. There she is. And this being that surprise, a downpour. Yep, as you just saw, the game was called due to rain. Definitely got some sun in. That felt good. Let's get changed and start that gauntlet. And here on deck 3 in the Grand Plaza is your Martini bar. So we just got to the Martini bar. They have a section called Unforgettable Martinis, Classic Martinis, Signature Martinis, Twisted Martinis, Simple Twist Martinis, Traditional Martinis with better booze, probably our jam, and then after dinner martinis. So what are you thinking first?
Something easy. I'm down.
2 sidecars coming right up. Brandy, triple sec, and lemon juice. Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Let's see how this tastes. Ooh, that tastes like a breakfast drink. What do you think?
It's really good.
Yeah. Now we got to down and go play some curling, right?
Yeah.
Don't mind us. Exit stage left. Gotta hurry. Time for some street curling.
Street curling. What is going to happen is we have teams in pairs. You're going to come on over to your colours and you will push your stones into the target area. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do is make sure that it crosses the hot line. And once it is over the black line, that is when you can start earning some points. The white is 1 point anywhere in the red, 2 points anywhere in the white circle, 3, blue circle 4, and bullseye is 5 points. Someone's like 10 points! You can knock the opponent's team's stones as well, moving them out of high scorings, moving them out of the game. Whatever you want to do, it's up to you. JP and Travis, Matthew and Jamie.
We came to play this awesome game yet again. However, this time around, we didn't fare as good as we did earlier on in the cruise. The score to beat was 12, and I think we only got 9. So that floor is trippy. Jamie just noticed.
I figured it was me drinking, but it's really not. It's actually moving.
Time for martini number 2. See how this whole event goes today. So next up on the list is the apple martini with Wheatley vodka, apple pucker, and triple sec. there's a page with classic and traditional, like I mentioned before. We're gonna go with the traditionals rather than the classics. It's just upgraded liquor, and that takes away 4 of them. There's no sense repeating. You have 4 after dinner, 4 traditional martinis, 4 twisted martinis, 3 simple twist martinis, 3 signature martinis, and then 4 unforgettable martinis. And let's see how the taste goes.
Oh, our numbers are rubbing off.
Much sweeter than I thought, actually. I was expecting more of tart. This time around, we're gonna enjoy it and not have to chug it down.
I'm in.
Let's check out Eden's lunch. This is kind of a fresher vibe than the buffet. So make sure you at least go to Eden once for the lunch.
Sandwiches, salads, grabs and goes. Very chill, quiet, lounge.
And if you did want to up it up, they have prime rib and lobster rolls. Cost extra though. All right. Sit back, enjoy a double espresso. See what else we can get it to. Soon, martini number 3. Ooh. Coffee is always good to me, especially espresso. They have the Brandy Alexander?
Brandy Alexander?
Yes.
For you?
The lemon basil.
So a slight change up in plans, otherwise we'll be drinking 24. That's not really working out to anybody's liver or stomach or mentality. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna run the gauntlet, go through this menu. She'll take one, I'll take one. We'll each try it. And then whichever one we like the best, we finish. And make sure we're getting plenty of water in. And they're here. Yep, just like I remember. I don't believe Jaime will like that. Tastes like lemonade with basil in it.
Okay. It's kind of like an eggnog.
It's a creamy drink. I think it should be a little darker. Not sure, but it's good. Still good. On to the next.
I have to admit, this tastes like my last one. Oh.
Very similar.
Yeah.
We decided to switch it up and grab a table, so we got a better view of the Grand Plaza and the Martini Bar. Darker color, thank you.
Thank you.
Next martinis have arrived. I got the French martini with absolute vodka, creme de cassis, and pineapple juice. And creme de cassis, if I'm pronouncing it anywhere near right, is black currant basically. Yeah, that might not go well.
I'm curious to try yours.
Okay.
But I got the cucumber martini. I just had a sip of it, and you can definitely taste the cucumber in this one.
Very good.
It's refreshing.
Let's get that taste on. I definitely can taste that black currant, but thank God for the pineapple juice because that's shining through, and it's definitely hiding the liquor. You know, a martini, if I read it right, is 3-to-1 ratio. I think in this bar, a martini to them is anything that goes in these wonderful stemware glasses. Because apparently a true martini is is vodka or gin. And that was an interesting wiggle. My turn to try this cucumber, and then we're off to casino again.
This is super pineapple-y. So it takes away from the currant taste.
Hers is actually very refreshing.
It is.
Another win. All right, Wonder Woman. Let's hope you're good to being wonderful. Oh, see, that's the sounds I want if you heard that in the background. And see, so you don't think I'm cheating. There's my martini. Come on, Super Wheel. Casino always wins. But time for another martini. Let's see what we're getting this time. And then movie trivia back at the club. I've completed the Unforgettable martini page. Let's next. Jaime, what are you getting?
I'm doing the kale martini.
Kale martini, and that
which
has...
consists of Belvedere, kale, celery, lime juice, ginger, and apple. That's a lot happening
Sounds
in this
like
drink, so we'll see.
Sounds like a juice press.
Seriously.
It's in the Twisted Martini
That
section.
might be good at this point.
And I'm gonna go Mexicali Martini. So that's our order. Oh, party time.
So we were thinking, sounds terrible.
Bingo.
Gotta filter all that kale out. You get all the kale.
Our good friend Lisa is joining us for this tasting. Cheers. Since we're all here.
Cheers. Cheers.
Bingo.
Have a great time. Salud.
Absolutely.
Salud. That's a cucumber on top.
Mmm.
Ooh, that's yummy.
Slice. I like that little spice at the back end. Mmm. Okay, let me try this kale thing.
No way. Okay. No.
Okay. There you go.
It kind of tastes like banana. Bananas?
Actually, it smells like bananas.
Yeah, it does. I think it's the cucumber.
Bananas,
but I think
kale,
it's
cucumber.
You taste the celery?
Not one bit. I get banana and kale.
Ready? Bottoms up.
No?
Ah.
That's fine. That's fine. Let's go play some movie trivia. This ought to be cute and hilarious, as well as we're feeling.
Yeah. Cheers.
I think that's number 5. 1 an hour is our pace so far. So usually, movie trivia is my kind of thing.
That was an easy one.
So as I stroll through the art, we got 19 or 20 out of 22 possible answers, but someone got 100%. But really, they were all pretty easy, except for the 2-part questions where you had to name 2 movies. But on to the next martini, and then unfortunately we got to pack. Ooh. The ship has kind of woken up. The martini bar is half full now. Listening to a guitarist, enjoying the acoustics. So we went with Cosmo for Jaime, espresso martini for myself, because I don't think I could have done a Cosmo.
Okay, I swear we're taking breaks in between these.
Slightly.
Recovery time, lots of water in between.
Here's our taste test.
Cosmos are all about color. The darker, the lesser the vodka. The lighter, the more the vodka.
Ah, very good, very
So
good.
the darker, the worse. The lighter, the better. So this is a good color.
I just wanted the coffee kick, espresso. Ooh, wow, that's super sweet too.
And mine's right on point, because if you're a Sex and the City fan, and you know Cosmos, you know what I'm talking about.
Going from espresso martini to a Cosmo, it's better than I thought. However, going from coffee to that,
Ooh, that's a good for like a late night after dinner one. So that's probably why they put the espresso martinis on the dessert menu as an option.
well, let's go to the room. It's snack time.
And pack time.
Trying to rhyme, Dr. Seuss, I love it. Snack time! Don't mind me. And the verdict is... yes, yes, yes. Hell no.
Yes to cheese.
Our last romantic snack. Well, we just spent the last hour and 15-20 minutes. Woo! Making a huge dent in our packing. It's time for our next round of martinis, and it's dinner time. Let's get going.
Going down.
Who works
Rose martini for her.
Okay. My wife's running like pleasure.
Passion fruit martini for me.
It tastes like a childhood memory. but I can't put my finger on it.
It's very tart, where it feels like some grapefruit's in there, but
Mine's very perfumey, like a rose.
yeah.
Oh wow.
A little tart to it.
Very, very tangerine-y, like mandarin orange.
Give this a whirl. Oh yeah, I get what she's saying by perfumey. All right, on to dinner. Tuscan to go see our favorite waiter. His name is Aaron. Here's one last look at what we think our favorite restaurant was. Pause it. Let us know what you would order. She got the raviolis, while I got the prime rib. We did share some bites. Feeling pretty decent. Food and belly. Looking for ducks. Well, let's go have a martini. Let's catch up to everyone. Martini number 8. What'd you get?
I got the lychee martini. Could not tell you the description of it without looking.
Actually, go back to the tail of the tape. That's a long description.
Wow. It's the Kettle One Botanical Peach and Orange Blossom, Soho Liquor, Lychee Puree, and Lemon Juice.
And mine is lavender lemon martini, just going down the line. I'm sure it's going to be hopefully sweet. Stick that pinky up. Kettle One citron, lemon juice, triple sec, and lavender syrup. Whoa, okay. Sugary rim. Definitely caught me off guard.
That's really sweet. Oh man.
Give it a try. Off we go. Wow, much sweeter than mine, even with the sugary rim.
That's bitter.
Even with a sugary rim?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, see you when we have martini number 9. And number 9, we're going with a coconut cream martini and...
Okay, I opted for the Bananas Foster, which is absolute vanilla. Banana liquor, caramel syrup, and cream.
That sounds tasty as hell. As you can tell, we're on the dessert after dinner martinis. Mine is the coconut cream, which is just Bacardi, cream of coconut, and vanilla.
It has a coconut rim. That's nice.
Oh, the coconut is delicious. Yeah, that coconut is delicious.
Oh my god. Okay, definitely an after dinner dessert right there.
We're drinking our desserts. However, we can't sit here too long. We have an awesome show to go check out. So we'll be taking these with us. Let's go to the theater, deck 4. Now that we're in the theater, I totally forgot to try her Bananas Foster. Tastes more creamy, chocolatey, as you can see from all the goodness at the bottom, than bananas. Definitely add to my coconut. The name of the show is Colors of Life, and the description is Homer is the character. Our hero is stuck in black and white world until a mysterious muse helps him discover a more colorful way to look at life. Meeting all the staff and thanking them for an awesome cruise, which we definitely do. That swig is for you. Cheers to y'all. Thanks for taking great care of us. I know it's hard work. Jamie and I definitely understand.
Much appreciated.
Thank you for what you do.
Well, good evening, everyone. Hello. And I'm afraid it's that time of the cruise to say it's our final show together. But it is with our incredible production cast, and they have been performing for you all cruise long. But before we kick off the final show, at the start of the cruise, myself and Captain stood on stage to say a very warm welcome, and it's now time for him to say a fond farewell. So please welcome to the stage our incredible Captain.
This is your captain speaking from the theater. Thank you one more time. Good night and God bless. Thank you very much.
Captain Costas, everybody. Please put your hands together for our singers, our dancers, and acrobats in Colors of Life!
I hear the ticking of the clock. I'm standing here, the world pitch dark.
See trees of green, red roses too. Might as well face it, you're addicted to love. Might as well face it, you're addicted to love.
Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. Taking the night's rainbow anywhere. Someone to save the girls. On and on and on and on. Stay just
Have a great evening, everyone, and I'll see you on the gangway in the morning as well. On behalf of myself, Dominic, the cruise director, the whole of the celebrity entertainment program. So for now, thank you.
Here's a glimpse at the end of the Chandelier Show at the Martini Bar. Make sure you catch it on any Edge class ship. For an idea what it's like, click the card above or the link in the description. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are going with our last one for the day. We did 10. This is our 10th. Not too shabby, considering there's 22. If you look at it this way, we kind of tasted each other's, so we could play the game of we tested the majority of the gauntlet of martinis in the Martini Bar. She got the toffee apple,
which is Tito's vodka, butterscotch schnapps, and apple juice.
Sounds pretty refreshing. Let's try this out for me. Okay, your turn. What do you get?
It's definitely butterscotchy, sweet.
I get nothing but candy, like the old candies. And then this other one, Snowflake. Can't wait to hear the comments. Snowflake Martini has absolute vanilla vodka, white chocolate, heavy cream, and cream of cocoa.
Sounds heavy.
It's pretty good. However, had I not done the other cream martinis, this would be like a one and done dessert. Let me know what you think.
Okay. Yeah, it's okay. It's alright.
It's almost smoothie-like.
Yeah.
But that's that. Our unfortunate final day at sea. Don't go anywhere yet. You'll see us in the morning when we arrive into the port of Sydney for beautiful views. Good night. We found out the exact time we were coming into Sydney and set our alarms to wake up to this amazing view of the Opera House and the skyline. And if you're on the other side of the ship, you have the bridge. There's our ship behind us. Sad to say farewell. We'll see you again soon.
That was a long, fun trip, but thanks for following along and hope you enjoyed it like we did.
And if you made this far, hit any questions in the comments below. Hit that like for us, subscribe if you're not already, and we'll see you in the next adventures. Anything else?
Bye.